Brian is the director of Penn State's LGBTQA Student Resource Center, where he oversees the center's staff and programming. Brian has had a major impact on the LGBTQ faculty, staff, and students at 3 top institutions, Dickinson College, Cornell University, and now Penn State. Thanks to his leadership, among others, Penn State has consistently been named a top 25 institution in the nation on the Campus Pride Index. In recognition of his work, Governor Tom Wolf chose Brian to serve on his newly created Commission on LGBTQ Affairs, which is the only commission of its kind in the United States. One of Brian's nominators said, "He cares deeply about the success of each student he works with and cares about making a change in the world for the LGBTQA higher education population so they can succeed and serve the world in a positive way." Congratulations, Brian.
Thank you, Dr. Barron, for sharing those words and reflections. As some of you might know in this room, these are the types of events and/or recognitions that I attempt to avoid. As the work that I have had the honor and privilege of doing at Penn State and previously at Cornell and Dickinson College has been in the service of our students. While my journey since graduating from the College of Education has taken me in various directions, the work has remained human work. It has been and continues to be about allowing students, staff, faculty, alumni, and community members the space to simply be who they need to be and persist and thrive on their individual and educational journeys. The College of Education, the faculty, and mentors within my graduate program provided the foundation to question, but also to trust. To trust the process and praxis of education, but to trust in the process of exploration and identity development at the core of community formation. As I have reflected on tonight in this recognition, I am deeply grateful. I am grateful to Penn State, an institution that provided the tools for the journey I am on, and for the experiences that I have been granted and have been opened for me through Penn State networks. I am grateful to the folks joining me tonight as my guest. Kelly Bellew and Aaron Duran, cohort members who were part of my graduate experience that became best friends and colleagues and are committed to amazing work in higher education. Allison Sabasic, a mentor and founding director of the LGBTQA Student Resource Center, who created the foundation for engagement and much of the work I have the honor and privilege of doing right now. Peggy Laura, a former teacher, current supervisor, but more importantly, a mentor in this work, the work that I continue and have the honor of doing at Penn State. Harry Kropp and Ed Legutko, former educators, mentors, and friends who have become family and continue to support Penn State students on their journeys. Greg, my husband, my co-parent, and constant supporter of the work I have the privilege of doing on campus. Without Penn State, we wouldn't have known each other. Through meeting in our graduate work, we both left and returned to Penn State and now both work to foster change across the student experience. And finally, my parents for the love and support they have and continue to give me in this work and on my educational journey. While I am not naive to the work that we still need to do around diversity, equity, and inclusion in systems of education, and particularly higher education, I absolutely believe in Penn State, our land-grant mission, and our global impact. Tonight and each day, I am thankful for the work I get to do in such nuanced and complex ways, but is truly in the service of those, our students, that will work to transform future generations. Paulo Freire in Pedagogy of the Oppressed notes, "For apart from inquiry, apart from praxis, individuals cannot be truly human. Knowledge emerges only through invention and reinvention. Through the restless, impatient, continuing, hopeful inquiry, human beings pursue in the world, and with each other. No longer can we ignore the fluidity and permeability of cultural boundaries, but rather we must work with our emerging generations of students to recognize how cultures actively engage and inspire one another, thereby calling us to transform in and with our communities. Thank you, Penn State, the College of Education, the Alumni Association, Student Affairs, Dr. Barron, and again to the many Penn State students that continue to push me in this work and on this journey. I am deeply grateful for this recognition. Thank you.